So today I'm going to be working with you on section 8.4, which is the area of a triangle. If you think back to when you were in middle school or in geometry, we looked at the area of a triangle formula as 1/2 base times height. And that formula is still true. The formula for area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. But the problem is sometimes we might not know what the height is. For example, if you look at my triangle here, if I were to tell you that this is triangle A, B, C, and I wanted to find the area of this triangle, it's not a right triangle. Triangle ABC is not a right triangle, and so in order to do base times height, we'd have to know what the height was. Well, in my particular case here, I was given the following information. I was told angle C, which is this theta right here. I was told side A, which is the side that it is across the triangle from angle A. And I was told side B. So if I was going to do the formula as 1/2 base times height, well, if I know side B, that's great. I know that part. But how do I go about finding height? So I want you to take a look. So we're trying to find this height. I want you to take a look at this triangle. This triangle right here that is made up of side A and angle C and the height. Notice that side B is not this side right here. Side B is the whole length. So this is simply side A and the height and this angle, if that's what I'm given. Think about the trig functions. From angle theta right here, across the triangle is the height. And the hypotenuse of this purple triangle is A. So what could I use to find the height if I knew this angle? Well, I could set up that the sine of theta is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse, and then taking it that means the sine of angle C, because let's pretend I knew this value, is equal to the height divided by side A. Well, in algebra, if we want to isolate a variable, we would multiply both sides of the equation by A, and we would get A times the sine of C is equal to the height. So in other words, I now have another value for height. Well, let's go back and look at our formula up here. And let's plug in this value, A sine of C, and replace the letter H, which means that our new formula is 1/2 times B for base times A sine of angle C. Now, I don't like my letters out of order, so I'm going to rearrange them. And the formula is 1/2 AB sine of C. And that's the formula that we're going to use today. And what it tells us is that on a side angle side triangle, anytime we're given a side, an angle, and a side, so the included angle, that the area of the triangle equals 1/2 the product of the two sides times the sine of their included angle. So it's 1/2 times the product of the two sides times the sine of their included angle. So let's look at an example of that. Let's say that I have a triangle down here, and I want to find the area of this triangle. Now, I know that side A is 8. That's this right here. This is equal to lowercase a. Side B, right here, is 6. And angle C is 30 degrees. So when you look at my picture, I have two sides and an included angle. Well, then following the formula, I would take the area of the triangle, which we're going to use the letter K because capital letter A right now represents an angle measurement, so we're just going to use the letter K, is equal to 1/2 times the two sides, so I'm going to do 8 times 6, times the sine of the included angle. So I've got 1/2 times 8 times 6 times the sine of that angle 30 degrees. Picking up my calculator, I would do 1/2 times 8 times 6, which is 24 sine of 30. Now, I don't know if you remember from your work earlier, but you plug into the calculator. If you know the angle, you just use the sine button. So you're going to type in 24 times sine of 30. And when you do, you're going to get 12. But 12 what? This is 12 square units, because the formula for area, we have a unit like 8 centimeters times 6 centimeters would be 12 centimeters squared, okay? So if this was in feet, this would be feet squared. If this was in miles, this would be miles squared. But since we don't know the unit, we would just say that the area is 12 square units.